Happy Monday, everyone. I'm wondering how you all are feeling right now. Where'd my video go? Just wanting to check in with you. I have had a bit of an insane week, and I'm just wondering how you are all feeling. If you're painting, if you're being creative, drop me a note. Let me know if you are doing well. There goes our telephone. See, it's been one of those weeks where every time I go to do something and things go a little sideways. That's how it goes. Anyways, please tell me what your best tips are for getting out of the doldrums. I've heard back from some of my students that they are not too inspired these days. And I am planning on today talking about the exact opposite of what I said last week. Last week I talked about embracing this solitude and enjoying the quiet time. And then after my crazy week, I have totally done a bit of a flip. I am now saying embrace the not painting. I'm saying relax, take a break. If that's what the mood hits for you right now, take a sidestep from the painting, put down the brushes. I've been really just pausing. Is this resonating with any of you? I would really like to know, because the stepping back has been a godsend for me the last couple of days. I've actually been watching TV during the day. I've been reading books, but they've been novels. I've got a whole huge stack of art books right here, and they're waiting for me, and I'm just not quite reading them right at this moment. So what are you reading these days? What are you listening to? What is getting you out of the blues? I was also informed yesterday by one of my followers that today is technically Blue Monday, which takes place directly after the blue moon. Once in a blue moon, this happens. If you're into astrology or any of that, apparently this can be a very emotional time and things don't always go so smoothly, and that's kind of where I've been. And it's been really kind of a relief to just take a bit of a vacation from my life the last few days. Today's my first little go back talking art online here at my 10-minute Monday art tips. I love doing these, so I was excited to talk about this, how sometimes the best way to get inspired is to actually take a step back, to not do art for a while. There is that, I've mentioned about that major high you can get when you are completely in the flow and really have the juices flowing and things are happening and amazing things are going onto your canvas. But that cannot possibly happen if you don't take time away from it. You have to rest. You have to do nothing. And in the silence, in the stillness, that's where those great ideas come from. I am an idea girl, and I always have ideas floating around. I love to paint. I love to talk about painting. I love art. I love art books. I love looking at art, all of the above. But sometimes it's just that flat out nothing, that in that space, that's where you can get your best groove on. So don't forget how important it is to take a break, and how important it is to rest, and how important it is to just drink water. All those things that we all know. I am decided it's time to eat more protein. These are the sorts of things that we all have to just pay attention to. Maybe this January blues is all part of that. So I'm interested in hearing your feedback on it. I don't think I'm the only one that's kind of in this spaced out different zone, ready to just take a break from the world. It has been a brutal time lately with all the new lockdowns and the stress, and difficult times for a lot of people. There's been a lot of people in my life that I care about that have been unwell, and I'm sure I'm not the only one with that concern. There's just lots happening, and sometimes art isn't always the answer. Let me see, what else do I... Don't forget to spend time in nature. That's another thing. I'm fortunate that I have an amazing backyard and I can sit at my kitchen table and I don't even have to go out. We had a blue jay in our feeder the other day. We had a mama deer and her two young little does walking through our yard. I am so blessed to be living in the midst of beauty. That's why I kind of posted the picture of the sleeping deer yesterday. It was very appropriate to how I'm feeling right now. Rest, relax, take a load off, chill out. What else do I want to talk? Well, I was also going to say on a professional tangent I was on, maybe some of you are on the same sort of page as I. All of my blog posts ready to roll. I want them to be really, really good. I'm excited about it. I'm very nervous about it. I am very much looking forward to sharing this with you. The pressure was on. I had picked the date and I wasn't feeling prepared enough to do that. So, after much deliberation, I decided to postpone the launch of my website. And I realized that the world wasn't going to end. I didn't have to put myself in that kind of pressure. Is anybody else putting themselves under pressure for things that definitely they are not earth shattering? I don't know if you are, but I finally decided that I needed to just do this resting. I'm taking my own advice here. This was actually advice from my friend Vicky, who said, just take a vacation from yourself, relax, rest, take care. All of those things are incredibly important when you're an artist. It's incredibly important for everyone, but even more so if you want to be creating something that isn't there. Artists are creators. We are creating things that weren't there before, and we have to be inspired. We have to be well rested, and we have to be cognizant of where we are at. So don't let the pressures of the outside world take you down. Just, take a moment, and I'm hoping that you will put some comments in our comment feed here because I'm really anxious and looking forward to hearing what your take is on things. I know I'm not the only one that's kind of putting pressure on myself and just uninspired. So what are your tactics? My niece posted the other day, my darling niece Megan, when you're feeling down, put on some really good music that'll cheer you up. Great advice. What are you listening to these days? I've been listening to some Jesse. He's been getting me going. And of course, Brian Adams. Brian's always good way to go. But I'm a little biased when it comes to Brian. All right, what else do I want to say to you? I think, what are you reading? You got to tell me that too. I need to know that. I need to know what you're watching. Are you watching art movies, or are you just? I've been watching Netflix Afterlife, which the new season was released yesterday. Totally not art related. Sometimes you just need a break from art. What else do I want to let you know? I am going to be teaching my art lecture on Zoom at the end of the month, January 29th. I was actually tempted to actually cancel that, and I've never done anything like that before because I've just been so tired, but I'm not, because I do love to teach art. I love to teach art. So I'm still doing my regular weekly classes. They have been awesome. My students inspire me all the time. So yes, I'm doing my Zoom art lecture January 29th. It will be discussing light and shadow, which next week I will have a little chat about that in my 10 minutes. And my next week's 10-minute Monday art tips will be a little earlier because I've got an appointment in the afternoon that I could not change. So tune in early next week because I will be talking about my upcoming art lecture, color, and talking about light and shadows. And I love painting shadows. There's nothing more fun than shadows because they give you the most incredible shapes. And I'm kind of thinking about how light and shadows, how that is applying to our daily life in a different way. I'll talk about that more next week. If you would like any more details on my art lecture, January 29th, please do go to my website, my old website. A new website will be launched soon, and you will hear about it in due course. But I'm not going to stress that for the moment. I do hope you are all well and safe and happy. Hope you're rested. Drop me a note and keep me posted, and let me know your best tips for just getting through January on a blue Monday. I'm wearing blue just for that. Okay, have a great week, and we'll be back here next Monday, a little bit early next Monday, okay? Thanks for joining. Bye for now.